I say to you that there is in operation at the present time a conspiracy to sell, and I use the word sell advisedly, this country to the Dominion of Canada.
Sir, mobile radio calling?
Yeah.
Got an emergency on the Ocean Ranger?
Yeah.
Just a second. Ocean Ranger, Jack, are you there?
Roger.
Can you give us anything else on it right now?
And we're listening badly, and we need to get the people off the wreck. Good buddies. We may not be able to hold the wreck, and the wreck might be going over. It's only about 70, anywhere 75 to 80 miles an hour. We need to get the people off the wreck.
I want to tell you a story of loss, negligence, and betrayal. A story that cuts deep into the hearts of Newfoundland and Labrador. It's the story of the Ocean Ranger disaster of 1982, when 84 lives were lost, and our governments, provincial and federal, failed our people, prioritizing profit over human lives. On February 15th, 1982, the Ocean Ranger, a massive offshore oil rig, stood 315 kilometers east of St. John's, drilling in the Hibernia oil field. It was called Unsinkable, a symbol of Newfoundland's hope for economic prosperity. But that night, a ferocious North Atlantic storm hit, with waves towering over 20 meters. The rig's design flaws, leaky ballast systems, fragile control room windows, were no match for the sea. Lifeboats failed, survival suits were useless in the freezing waters. By morning, the Ocean Ranger was gone, and all 84 crew members, 56 of them Newfoundlanders, were dead. Husbands, fathers, brothers, sons, from places like St. John's, Mount Pearl, and Conception Bay, were taken from us forever. This was no act of God, as some tried to claim. This was a preventable tragedy, rooted in greed and neglect. The Newfoundland and Canadian governments, desperate to cash in on the offshore oil boom, turned a blind eye to safety. Mobil Oil, the rig's operator, cut corners, ignoring warnings from workers about the rig's weaknesses. Regulators, under pressure to keep the oil flowing, issued temporary permits despite knowing safety failures. Inspections were a sham. Our governments, ours, the ones meant to protect us, let this happen. They gambled with our people's lives, and we paid the price. The aftermath was just as cruel. Families like Linda Sturge, who lost her husband, were left widowed. With 77 children growing up without fathers, they begged for answers, but the government stonewalled them. Documents were hidden, redacted, and buried. The Royal Commission, launched to investigate, uncovered a shameful truth. Lax oversight, corporate greed, and political pressure had doomed the Ocean Ranger. Yet no one was truly held accountable. Mobil Oil paid petty settlements, blaming the crew. Our own Premier, Brian Peckford, and the federal government deflected, refusing to admit their role. It was a cover-up, plain and simple, and it broke the trust of a province. This disaster wasn't just about one stormy night. It was about oppression, about how Newfoundland's working-class families were treated as expendable. Our economic desperation was exploited, our voices ignored. The Ocean Ranger was a symbol of hope, but it became a symbol of betrayal, showing how far our governments will go to protect corporate profits and federal interests over our lives. Today, we remember the 84 souls lost, and we honor the families who fought for justice. The Ocean Ranger changed safety laws, but that change came too late for those we lost. This tragedy lives in our hearts, a reminder of what happens when power forgets the people. Let us never forget the Ocean Ranger, and let us demand that no Newfoundlander is ever sacrificed again for the sake of government greed.